Hello, Alan Bradshaw here again, and I'm here with my colleague Professor Derek Mowbray. Derek, hello again.
Hello, Alan.
Hello. And I'm going to be asking Derek today some questions about something which is very important for individuals and organisations, and that is something called resilience. So Derek, first question, obvious question is, what is resilience? How would you define resilience?
Well, resilience is applicable to both organisations and to individuals, and there are essentially two aspects to resilience. The first is this determination to see something through to the end. So there is this element of resilience which keeps you going and enables you to overcome obstacles along the way. The second is the ability to bounce back in the face of adverse events and to get back onto what might be called a sort of normal track. And that's the second element of resilience.
Why do we need it? What's the sort of purpose and what are the benefits of resilience?
Well, resilient people have the characteristics of maintaining well-being and performance. They're able to deal with everyday life at home and at work and to be able to have the energy and strength to see things through to a conclusion. It's something that as life becomes more progressively more difficult, it becomes an important feature and characteristic. And so far as resilience at work is concerned, given the economic climate that we have and the need to rebuild our economy as well as individual organisational economies, having resilience is now an extremely valued aspect of working life.
What would you say are the main threats to resilience of individuals and organisations?
Well, there are basically three types of threat. There is ourselves. We are our own principal threats. We create more psychological distress than almost anything else as individuals. The second type of threat are the threats created by organisations themselves. They're types of culture, whether they are going through change such as amalgamations, increasing in size or downsizing. And the third types of threats really come from the interaction of people, such as bullying, harassment, conflicts, and also natural events, adverse events such as bereavement, and also experiences at work such as boredom or finding oneself not being in control, for example.
And what, in essence, how can people go about developing their own resilience? And what sort of areas can people focus on in terms of their development of resilience?
Well, there are a number of different elements to resilience. Personal vision is one, being self-assured is another, being active in terms of pursuing activities and events is yet another, problem solving is another, and behaviours in terms of interaction and having some good friends, they're all contribute to creation of resilience. And we can train people in aspects of resilience and help people to develop their resilience.
Yeah, and that's something that you do, isn't it, on a very regular basis?
I do, yes.
In terms of providing actual training in that area.
Yeah.
One last question on the issue of resilience is that I wonder if you could give us one specific sort of tip or technique or exercise that you think is a particularly good one in terms of resilience.
Well, one of the key elements of resilience is to be able to interact effectively with other people. And one of the best ways of doing that is always to ask questions of other people which are relevant to the other person. This demonstrates attentiveness, which is absolutely key to all interactive behaviour. And one way of practicing that is first thing in the morning in your bathroom mirror is to ask yourself, a question about the coming day
Mm.
and to answer it yourself, so that you are essentially being attentive to yourself, looking at yourself in the mirror, and seeing how you react and building yourself up in terms of thinking of all the possible things that you might confront throughout the day. Now, this is a very effective technique.
Mm.
But I do have one word of warning,
Mm.
however. Do lock the door, because if someone comes in and sees you acting like this, there could be trouble at home.
Yes, yes. So talking to yourself being the first sign of madness, that kind of thing.
That kind of thing, yes.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Derek.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Thanks. Thank you. Goodbye.